Hello, everybody. This is John Paval for Access Arts Live with a special edition and update to remind you or let you know that tonight at 7 o'clock European time, the Elbphilharmonie, which is the Hamburg Phil, will be live streaming a performance of Handel's Julius Caesar in Egypt. This will take place in Hamburg with the Il Pomo early music ensemble, countertenor Jakub Józef Orliński as Julius Caesar, and soprano Sandrine Piau as Cleopatra, veterans mezzo soprano Beth Taylor as Cornelia, and Yuriy Mynenko as Tolomeo, and rising stars Rebecca Leggett and Alec Rosen in the cast as well. 7 o'clock European time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast in the U.S., 10 o'clock in the morning down under on the West Coast in the U.S. Sorry, I'm tripping over myself because I'm so excited about this top quality live stream production, which is going on today. In this opera, Handel wrote 8 arias for each of his 2 main characters. So your Julius Caesar and your Cleopatra are very important in this opera. The title role as Julius Caesar, as I said, is a countertenor, Jakub Józef Orliński. He has worked with this orchestra, Il Pomo, many times in the past, recorded a recent album. If you go to his website, the first thing you see is an announcement about the album that he recently recorded with Il Pomo. So these people know each other. They'll be working hand in glove. He was the winner of the International Classic Music Award in 2022. He was the Opus Classic Singer of the Year in 2023. He won the BBC Music Magazine Award in 2024. If that's not enough, they put him in the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Paris in 2024, so you know how highly they think of him in Paris. This season, he's also going to be doing Handel's Messiah with the Philadelphia Orchestra. He'll be doing Athamas in Handel's Semele at the Dutch National Opera in Amsterdam, and he's going on a tour across Europe in May of 2026. So, top guy singing the role of Julius Caesar here. He has hundreds of thousands of followers. Not only is he an operatic singer, but he's also an accomplished break dancer and model who's been on the covers of Polish Vogue, Esquire, and Elle. He's been touted as the first operatic superstar to win over Gen Z. That was the opinion of Telegraph Luxury. Anyway, so you've got a top guy playing Julius Caesar, which will make this enjoyable. And then opposite him is Sandrine Piau. She first made a name for herself in Baroque music and then enlarged out into being a full opera singer who's a regular at places like the Opéra National de Paris, La Monnaie in Brussels, the Royal Opera House in London, etc. But she still works with many specialist conductors in early music like William Christie, Philippe Hervé, and René Jacobs. She's been in some really interesting projects in recent years. They did a performance of Innocence by Caesar and Cleopatra, the Finnish Parisian composer. You know, you can be a Parisian and not be French. It's like you could be a New Yorker and not be American. And Caesar and Cleopatra was that. That's true. If you don't know of her, terrific Finnish composer who lived most of her life in Paris, which is a great place to compose music, if you ask me. I'm in Paris right now, so eat your hearts out if you wish you were here. And she was also in the world premiere of a piece called The Melancholy of Resistance by the Berlin State Opera. That's by Marc-André Dalbavie. She is officially a Chevalier de l'Ordre des Arts et des Lettres, a Knight of Arts and Letters. which is a distinction given out by the French government. So two top people singing these 8 arias that you want to hear if you love Handel, if you love early music, or if you just love beautiful music. Now, for some of the other cast members, I'm not showing individual photos, but you have their photos all there in the little poster that we made up for you to enjoy. Beth Taylor plays Cornelia. She's a Scottish mezzo. She's singing this year with the LA Phil, the Berlin Phil, the Bavarian Phil. She's doing a recital at Wigmore Hall, which is top of chamber music chain. She'll be singing Beethoven's Ninth at Carnegie Hall in New York. And she has sung Handel's Julius Caesar at Carnegie Hall with the English Concert Group in 2025. So really great in that third position in this lineup. Then playing Tolomeo is Yuriy Mynenko. He's a Ukrainian countertenor. So we've got 2 countertenors in the lead roles and a soprano and a mezzo. And he has his repertoire is not only Baroque, it's also classical and romantic. Having sung roles in Handel's Ariodante, in Mozart's La Clemenza di Tito, and in Leonardo Vinci's Artaserse. He played Nicola Antonio Popora's Polifemo at the Salzburg Festival and the Bayreuth Baroque Opera Festival. He's performed in Rimsky-Korsakov's opera Snegurochka, the Snowflake, at the Opéra de Bastille in Paris. And he has performed the title role in this same opera, Julius Caesar in Egypt, with the Nederlandse Reis Opera, which I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. Then you have 2 rising star younger performers in 2 more roles. In the role of Sesta is Rebecca Leggett. She was part of the funding program of Les Arts Florissants in 2022. So they picked her out as a rising star. She's performed with that ensemble in Henry Purcell's The Fairy Queen. She's worked with the Orchestra of the Age of Enlightenment, which they've done some live streaming, which we've told you about in the past. And with original sound orchestras, these historic performance orchestras like Arcangelo, the 16, and the London Handel Players. So she'll be right at home with this. Also in the cast as Achilla, I'm giving you the names in the Germanic format that's used by the Elbphilharmonie. So you may hear these names pronounced differently in English language or French productions. He's an American bass, a graduate of New York's Juilliard School. Now, as soon as someone's bio starts out saying where they went to school, you know they're young and still up and coming. And he won the opera festival at Aix-en-Provence, awarded him the Prix Gabriel Ducerguet for young artist just this past year in 2025, this past summer. He's worked with conductors like Raphael Pichon, William Christie, Jonathan Cohen. Made his house debut at the Paris National Opera in Antonia Bembo's Ercole Amante, and he'll be back at the Festival of Aix-en-Provence this summer with Mozart's Requiem. He's also sung in as the bass in Joseph Haydn's The Creation with the Helsinki Phil. And in Bach's Christmas Oratorio, which I hear every Christmas, actually, with the Gerzenik Orchestra in Cologne. Il Pomodoro, the orchestra, they specialize in historically informed performance practice. If you want to know more about that, I just recommend you look them up on their website. I do not have more time to tell you more about their illustrious history. And finally, I want to just mention a little bit the director and harpsichord player for this performance is Francesco Corti. Has a harpsichordist. He has won prizes at the International Bach competition in Leipzig, and in the harpsichord competition in Bruges. And he's performed at the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées in Paris, the Vienna Concerthaus, the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam as a conductor. Since 2018, he has been the principal guest conductor of Il Pomo d'Oro. And since 2023, he's also been music director at the Royal Theatre in Drottningholm, Sweden, which I'm familiar with because I spent half my time there. And that's out near a royal castle in the you call it the suburbs of Stockholm. And it's a very distinguished theater for early music productions. He's already directed Henry Purcell's The Fairy Queen there, also Armide by Lully, and Telemann's Orpheus. So, and his solo recordings have won awards of the Diapason d'Or, the German Schallplattenkritiks Award, and the Gramophone Editor's Choice Award. Folks, this is, I hope from what I've told you, you realize this is a top of the line Handel's Julius Caesar in Egypt. It is one of the most popular of Handel's operas, so you may have seen it before, but I don't know if you've seen it with a cast like this, which is so rich and specialized in early music performance aspects of how you put this on. So I will leave you with that. I want to remind you that at 5 o'clock today, I will be doing a live stream with on Facebook. Well, actually, it's a Zoom live stream, and we'll put up a special notice about that. I am the special guest who is going to be interviewed in this live stream. Can I tell you more about? I absolutely am not able to find it. Check out our Facebook page, and you will find a special announcement about that live stream interview with me. If not, the recording will be up there on all 7 of our platforms. I will remind you, if you like this kind of programming, early music or opera or ballet or orchestral music, chamber music, organ recitals, piano competitions, do yourself a favor, follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, or LinkedIn to make sure you get more than 1,000 live links to live performances online like this one and others every year. Ciao for now. Have a great evening, and I hope you enjoy the opera.